Every MMO player knows the sudden spike of adrenaline that hits when a boss turns its head away from the armored giant and toward the fragile, robe-wearing mage. That specific moment of panic, the desperate scramble to taunt, to pull back focus, and to maintain order in the chaos is the entire foundation of Don't Lose Aggro. It is a game that takes one of the most stressful social roles in gaming and distills it into a pure mechanical challenge. Don't Lose Aggro is a single-player arena survival game that operates as a tanking simulator. Instead of the typical bullet heaven formula, where you are a lone hero, clearing screens of enemies, you are part of a simulated raid group. You play as the tank, supported by eye-controlled healers and damage dealers. Currently available on PC, it is designed for those who find the tactical positioning and threat management of classic MMO raids rewarding, but want that experience in a focused, bite-sized arcade format. The mechanical identity of this title is defined by threat or aggro management. In most survival games, your primary goal is evasion. Here, evasion is a secondary concern to engagement. You have a constant threat meter to monitor for every enemy on screen. If your damage dealers, the DPS, start pumping out too much damage, the enemies will ignore you and rush toward them. If your allies die, the run ends. This creates a fascinating tension, where you aren't just playing for your own survival, but acting as a literal shield for your AI team. The combat feels grounded thanks to a strong sense of mechanical tactility. When you use a shield slam or a taunt, there is a clear visual and functional response. The game utilizes a mitigation window system. You have defensive cooldowns that must be timed specifically against heavy enemy tank buster attacks. If you blow your defensive buffs too early, you'll be left vulnerable during the boss's enraged phase. The controls are responsive, which is vital because the game demands precise positioning. The game employs a clean, high-contrast pixel art style that prioritizes visual clarity over raw spectacle. In a genre where the screen is often flooded with projectiles and effects, the art direction here ensures that important information is never lost. Ground-based telegraphs are bright and distinct, allowing you to make split-second decisions about where to move. The animations for your Bellator-like tank are weighty, emphasizing the heavy nature of your character. While the world design is limited to various arena stages, each environment feels atmospheric and fits the dark fantasy aesthetic perfectly. Sound design is used as a functional tool for the player. There are specific audio cues for when your healer is low on mana or when a boss is about to cast a major spell. This audio feedback is essential for managing the chaos without constantly staring at the UI. The soundtrack is a driving orchestral arrangement that heightens the tension during final wave encounters, providing a heroic backdrop to the defensive struggle. The narrative is minimal, serving mostly as a thematic frame for the combat. You are the vanguard defending against an encroaching void, and while there are snippets of lore found in item descriptions, the focus remains firmly on the gameplay. The lack of a deep story isn't a detriment here. The ludonarrative cohesion comes from the feeling of being a protector, which is reinforced by every mechanic in the game. The strongest positive is the unique reverse survival hook. By making the player responsible for others, the game creates a different kind of pressure than your average roguelike. The skill ceiling is surprisingly high. Mastering the timing of your interrupts and positioning becomes an addictive pursuit. Additionally, the AI companions are remarkably competent, behaving in ways that mimic real players, including the occasional greedy DPS. On the downside, the UI can become quite cluttered during the late game stages. Tracking threat meters for 20 different mobs simultaneously, while also watching your own health and cooldowns, can lead to visual fatigue. Furthermore, while the AI is generally good, there are moments where healers might struggle with pathfinding if you move too sporadically, leading to some frustrating, unavoidable deaths. For its price point, Don't Lose Aggro offers exceptional value. The depth of the talent trees and the sheer variety of boss mechanics provide dozens of hours of content. It feels like a polished, complete experience rather than a work-in-progress title, which is refreshing in the current indie landscape. Don't Lose Aggro is a brilliant subversion of the survival genre. It is perfect for anyone who misses the glory days of MMO raiding, but lacks the time for a 20-hour-a-week commitment. It's a technical, rewarding, and highly focused simulator that understands exactly what makes tanking fun. If you prefer being the chosen one who kills everything in one hit, this might not be for you, but for those who find joy in being the unmovable object, it's a must-play. I am giving Don't Lose Aggro an 8.0 out of 10. It is a mechanically sound, innovative title that carves out a specific niche and executes its vision with professional precision. If you found this analysis helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to Game Axis for more in-depth reviews. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What is the most stressful experience you've ever had while playing a tank in an MMO? Let's discuss it below. Thanks for watching.